have you heard about what's going on in the news with the NSA and Eric Snowden and all that?
No.
Yes, I have.
No.
Yeah. No, I haven't.
Well, basically, Eric Snowden was somebody who was working for the National Security Agency, and he came across some information of a program that they have going on called PRISM, which is basically a cooperation between the NSA and the 9 largest internet companies in the world to collect data from their customers and give it to the government. So basically, the NSA has been collecting information from average citizens in mass since at least 2007, whether that be text messages, emails, phone calls, or whatever. So he leaked that, and now the media is saying that because he leaked government secrets that he's a traitor. So would you say this guy is a hero or a villain?
I'd say that's a villain. Take it for myself. They call me Joker, man. I used to be a villain, but right now, I'm just trying to keep it real, you know what I mean?
So why would he be a villain?
Because he's up there hacking into people's other shit.
Well, he didn't hack. He worked for the NSA and came across this information while working for it. It's what they were asking him to do, and he just leaked it to the media.
Right. But still, when you call that a hacker?
What's that?
When you call that a hacker?
Well, no, I think the term would be a whistleblower. He was just putting information into the media because, you know, when you got the government in mass collecting information on the citizens, and, you know, the citizens have no privacy, that's like a violation of the 4th Amendment, right? Like, you know, we're before we can be searched for information, we have to have a warrant or probable cause, and we're supposed to be private and secure. So, you still think maybe he's a villain if he's just kind of letting the people know what's going on in the government?
I don't know. I might have to make a second choice about that.
Well, I think he's definitely a hero.
Why is that?
Well, he did his part as an American citizen to question a gross expansion of government that we as American citizens had not been informed of. He was given access to certain information, and I feel doing his civic duty made it public.
I'm not sure.
You're not sure? I mean, well, put it this way. If you were in a position where you saw something that was like hurting people or greatly infringing upon people's rights, would you think it would be the right thing to do, even if it was against your job title, to tell people about it?
Yeah.
Well, that's basically
tell people about it.
that's basically what he did.
I think he's a hero.
Why would you say that?
I say that because the NSA is depriving us of our rights to, you know, be private.
Wow, that's pretty tough. I mean, in one aspect, he's a hero for but at the same time, that's a hard question to answer.
Well, I would say if you put yourself in a situation where you were at a job and you saw something awful that was going on, you know, like, I don't know, your boss was ripping off customers or something like that, yeah. Would you be able to consciously not say anything, even though it might cost you your job?
No, I would definitely, I would let people know, but I would be anonymous with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I mean, they'll know it's somebody probably in the job maybe, but I mean, I would definitely tell somebody about it.
Yeah, and this guy had to flee the country.
Damn.
It could go either way, but I wouldn't say he's a villain.
So
I wouldn't say he's a hero anyway for just releasing information. I mean, I guess the whole idea is that government spying on us, correct?
Pretty much, yeah.
So it depends, I guess, what information they were going for, or how they were actually spying. Before I can really answer that. Well,
it's pretty much a blanket spying. I mean, there might not be somebody like listen to every single phone call that you personally make, but that information is being databased.
Well, that's been going on for years, has it not?
It has been, and it shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. But now we're finding out how deep it runs, how it's being done, and stuff like that through this information. And we're finding out that it's not just people who, you know, they always want to say, oh, well, this could stop terrorism and things like that. But it's being done to literally millions and millions of American citizens. And whether or not it's actually being spied on, it is being collected. So you and
privacy. So I mean, I guess if you're looking for one way or another, I guess it would be a villain then.
Okay. Oh, he's a villain.
One way. I mean, if you're going into people's privacy and their information, I mean, without their knowledge, I don't know how that can be considered a hero.
Well, I think the government would be the villain then. This guy was working.
Yeah, that's what I meant. The guy bringing it to light obviously isn't a villain, but the government is, I guess you would say.
I mean, I think it's a good thing that it was leaked because I think people should know about it. Like the fact that their phone calls are being recorded, the fact that like people that we don't know have access to our records.
So how does it make you feel that even though you have probably done nothing wrong, that the government is collecting your internet data or your phone data and stuff like that? I mean, this guy got on the news and talked about just how much information he has access to, and he can get, you know, these people at the NSA, they do it without warrants. They said their discretion is all that's necessary. How does that make you feel?
It doesn't really bother me because I haven't done anything wrong, but sometimes I guess things could get a little personal, but if you're not like breaking the law or anything, I guess it wouldn't really affect you.
So, I mean, do you have or have you ever had a boyfriend?
Yeah.
Would you want the government like looking at the like your private text messages between you and your boyfriend and things like that?
No.
Like if you didn't do anything wrong, you shouldn't be having your stuff looked at, right? Like we're supposed to be private, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, are we really free if we're not private from the own government, and yet our government has all the privacy and secrecy?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because I don't think it's a question of, oh, I've never done anything wrong. It's a question of, you know, are my rights being violated? You know, well, if I haven't done anything wrong, why should I be investigated? Why should I have my information collected?
Yeah.
You know, not, oh, well, I have nothing to hide, so here you go. I think once you start that, it's opening the door for government to start taking away your other rights, and then who knows how long it is before they're telling you what you can and can't say, what you can and can't eat, you know, and all of that kind of thing. So in light of that information, what do you think now?
I don't think they should be doing that.
Yeah, no.
I don't think they should be doing that at all. I think I like having my things private.
I think that's a violation of privacy, for real, for real. I mean, it's one thing to have like cameras everywhere, but it's another thing to like, without people knowing, have access to your text messages on your phone and your email.
I found both the metadata collection and PRISM to be scary. A lot of folks, you've seen some politicians on the air saying that they don't really care that the government has their metadata. I find that terrifying because in Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Iraq, we've used metadata alone to come up with target packages. So we've decided to play judge, jury, and executioner for foreigners based solely upon metadata. The fact that they talk to certain people, were in certain locations, called certain numbers. So the fact that they're merely gathering data that we've used previously to kill people abroad, I don't consider that mere anything.
Yeah, and then when you kind of consider both the Patriot Act, which takes away a lot of the Fourth Amendment and Fifth Amendment and everything like that, and then also the NDAA, which you know, basically makes us targets at any time to the government, it kind of makes it that much more dangerous.
Only targets if we aren't a member of the government. You recently saw Senator John McCain go over and hang out with some folks in Syria who like to eat hearts and livers. However, because he's a member of the government, an elected official, no one really questioned him for this. If you or I went over there and did the same thing, fought with those people, we could land ourselves indefinitely detained. So I think that duality is really scary, the separate nature of the government class.
No one's safe. You have no protection or privacy from the people that I guess allegedly said that they would give it to you.
So what about the fact that huge corporations were working together with them, though? Like, what do you think that says about the state of corruption? Well, have you ever heard of the word fascism?
Yes, but can you clarify?
Basically, fascism, as described by Mussolini, is when big government merges with big corporations to take the wealth from the people and basically impoverish and enslave the people. So wouldn't that, you know, when you think about Obamacare and, you know, policy being written by large insurance companies and you know, the top 5 biggest corporations in the world being exempt from Obamacare, subsidies to big corporations, now they're working together to get our internet data. What would you say? Does that sound like maybe the corporations are kind of working with the government to take away from us?
It's just taking away our rights, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And once you put this video up, they're going to be looking at this.
Oh yeah, well I do this every week.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm completely fine with that. I really don't care. But just that, you know, I believe that he's a hero. What he's being charged with, it's understandable, but it's not right. There's no justice in it because he was serving the people, and now the government is going against him.
So what does that say about like are we free if it's a crime for people to be exposing government secrets, and then at the same time the government is violating our rights, and they have no accountability? What does that say about like how free we actually are?
It says that we basically have none. We're free to an extent. We have free will, but at the same time, we're not free, because if our privacy ain't free, then